Our people, brave youths of Nigeria, those who have risen never to fall again, people who are dedicated to the pursuit of freedom, regardless of the cost or the consequences. I welcome you to this broadcast this afternoon to keep us all updated on what is happening on the ground across the entire South and the Middle Belt and the terrorist territory, the Janjaweed-run Sahel part of the Zoological Republic. The time now is 2 minutes past 1 p.m. in Biafra land. We are live and we are direct, and heaven is bearing us witness. If you look at your timepiece now, the time is 3 minutes past the top of the hour. Brave people have risen up. They have tried to divide us and they have failed woefully. Woefully. Completely woefully. They have tried their card, the tribal card has been played. They have failed. They will try religion using bloated pigs everywhere to deceive the gullible. They will also fail. The same way they talk about north. We're also going to be talking about south all the time. All the time. They have cheated us and deceived us for too long. That rubbish has to come to an end. But we must pray. Before that, I must tell you who I am. I am Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of Ipob, indigenous people of Biafra all over the world, the greatest mass movement of this very generation bar none. Immense and awesome. Add on top of that the tenacity, determination of Nigerian youths all over the place, saying exactly the same things we have been saying for years. We say that our freedom is far more closer than anybody can imagine. Let us pray. Our Lord, our God in heaven, the creator of everything that we see around us, the beginning as you are in the beginning, so you are today and shall be forevermore. Your children are gathered all over the world, seeking your divine intervention in the hand seeking your divine intervention in the hand the Alpha, seeking your divine intervention in the hand in heaven Let your name be hallowed. Let your kingdom come. That kingdom is Biafra, Oduduwa, Middle Belt, and any other ethnic group that wants to be free. Your kingdom coming on this earth is freedom. Freedom for all. Freedom for those that believe in your redeeming grace. And your will be done on this very earth as it is in heaven. And that your will is freedom, the same way you delivered the house of Israel. So will you deliver all those trapped in the bondage that Nigeria has become. It doesn't matter what our enemies get up to. It doesn't matter how important they think they are. You are going to reduce them to nothing because you are Lord God Almighty. The time has come for Nigerian youths to liberate themselves. The time has come when we have to collectively say no to division from the Janjaweed. The time has come for us to bond together as one people, only by your grace, Almighty One. That your will may be done in our time, that together and collectively we may praise, adore, worship your holy name in the land of the free. Now and forevermore we pray. He say, for us to proceed this very day, I have something that I want us to address, something that I want us to look at. It's a very simple quote. A very simple quote from Afanifere, the Yoruba, Pan-Yoruba socio-cultural group, or should I say the Apex. I believe that here the word Apex sensibly applies. Pan-Yoruba socio-cultural group, or should I say the Apex. I believe that here the word Apex sensibly applies. Gossip and the righteous indignation of some people, or should I say hypocritical righteous indignation, in the face of an attempt by the British and the Janjaweed to divide the South. They have issued a statement, and I want every sensible person to compare the statement released by the Quislings. They are now on the run and we shall find them, and real elders. There is always a difference. And I will read. I posted it on my page in case you have not seen it. We are not unaware. I will start again. We are not. We should be careful not to play in the hands of those who have exploited our peoples through divide and rule over the years. Afenifere. Afenifere is telling the Fulani, not Hausa Fulani, although they are an accomplice, because they are not educated. They are Lemajiri. Anything the Emir tells them, they do. Anything the Fulani Imam tells them on a Friday, that is what they do. Anything the Fulani Emir tells them to do, that is what they do. They have no mind of their own. They are the original betrayers. They betrayed their kings. That is why today they are slaves to Fulani. That is the price of betrayal. Something that should guide the mind of the fat pipeline guarding toad in the creek. The Fulani helped the Hausa people to destroy themselves. And now they are trying it in the south. And Afenifere has risen up to say, you cannot do it. We thank God today for Afenifere. Imagine if it was Ohaneze. Hey, by now you will see them lining up with the CVs, the resumes of their children, somewhere near Ashokoro, saying to the powers that be, the Janjaweed, tell us what to do, we shall do it. Just appoint my daughter, make her a minister. Wodo tried to bring division. Go and read Wodo's press statement. Go and read Afenifere, Professorante's press statement. You will see who the elders are and who the traitors are. It's very clear. Don't take my word for it. You will know who the elders are and who the traitors are. Because Afenifere have sat down. They have now realized that over the years, the Janjaweed North have been orchestrating a division of the South. That is the only way they manage to get hold of all our resources. I am not pained by that. But they also got hold of our future. And that is even worse. That future now made it impossible for our children to see any light. When they come out, they are killed by the police. When they come out, they are brutalized by a state that lacks human feelings or empathy. Afenifere said, no, enough is enough. All this nonsense you're writing, they destroy Yoruba property, all that rubbish, all that lie. Afenifere said, to hell with you. The South will remain one. Because they said, you know me, I read between the lines. They said, exploited our peoples, which means it's not only Yoruba, but also the East as well. Igbo, Efik, Ibibio, Ejo, everybody together. Izon. Do you see how elders speak? Now tell me why anybody will insult fathers who write like this or defend their children like this. Even if there is anything that is untoward, this is how you behave. This is how to behave. These are elders. You see how they have spoken. They have said to Fulani, you cannot divide us. Now, if there are any issues to be resolved in the house, in the South, they now do it in the house. But Nwodo will open his mouth like a chicken about to be slaughtered for Christmas. Talking rubbish. Bringing division into the South. Nwodo was himself championing this very falsehood that we tried to take over Yoruba land. A leader of a great nation like the Igbo nation. Because his master was run out of town. Nwodo knelt down in front of Tinubu and was begging Tinubu to make him the governor of Enugu State. You don't know that? And his master was run out of town. And he became very bitter. Because I made an allegation which people later substantiated, because I have always maintained that those who are protesting are more intelligent than us. Most of them, or almost all of them, are graduates. They are highly, highly intelligent. Everybody knows that it was Tinubu who sponsored the thugs. It was Tinubu who asked the army to open fire. And what I want to ask people is this. If your children were amongst those that were killed at Lekki Toll Gate by Tinubu, will you come out to defend him? Will you come out to defend him? The answer is no. And when you kill people's children, if you read things fall apart very well. In our culture and in our tradition, it is called Rapture, which is manslaughter. If you commit manslaughter in our land, you go on exile, maybe to your mother's village if they will take you. And all your properties will be destroyed. You don't know that? That is how you deal with murderers. That is even, in fact, in most cases, because in a traditional Biafran society, there is no capital punishment. Once you commit murder, it's called Rapture. Once you desecrate the land, because where we come from, murder is not a crime against the person. It's a crime against the land. I'm saying this now because there are people from Oboko, from Awada, from Oba, from Obosi, they are listening. I want you to clear off the streets of Onitsha. Because what you are committing is an abomination against the land itself. You people are behaving exactly, you think you're doing the right thing, but you're behaving exactly like a Nyawodo. You people don't understand what freedom is all about. Some of you have set up roadblocks, courtesy of the zoo police, extorting money from people. So in the end, they will say, oh, it's IPOB, they're everywhere, it's them. There is somebody called, is it Damboski, whatever his name is, from Okpoko, a wing of Masop in Okpoko. There's another one called Awosa from Awada. I am mentioning your name so you understand. I am also appealing to Rojeni Ogirisibo. I am asking the Igwe of Oba, withdraw those criminals on the streets. Withdraw them. Before you get me upset, withdraw them now, this very minute. You people are robbing banks in Onitsha. You are setting up roadblocks and collecting money. I don't want to shed the blood of any Biafran. Only the criminals and the murderers that we have mentioned. I don't want to shed your blood. Get away from Upper Iwe Canal. Stop disturbing people. The Masop in Okpoko, Damboski, Awosa from Awada, I am asking Rogeni, please, we need them later to fight the enemies when they come. We are not fighting ourselves. We are fighting the real enemy. Because these people here that I've mentioned, they are all working with the Anambra State government. All of them, they're working with them. They are also informants for the zoo police. Facebook has come back to their evil. Hey, Facebook, Eburu Bata 6. They have come again. Facebook, they have come again. Okay, let us treat them the way we normally treat them. We are now going to go back to making sure we have 2 streaming lines, not just 1, 2 but 2. So that if they mess up on one, the other one will be working. Since they are smart, we also want to let them understand how smart we are. If you are part of these people blocking our roads, extorting money from people, breaking into banks, clear from the road, Onisha Owerri Road to Oba Junction, get away from there. Get away from there. Get away from there immediately. And I'm asking our people in that part of the world, because they will hold IPOB responsible. If anything goes wrong, it's IPOB. There are those in Ohozara. You know me, I don't hide anything. There are those in Ohozara robbing people and destroying properties in Ohozara of people. That is not what we asked you to do. I said, in case you're hard at hearing, in case you're deaf, I said federal government buildings, not to set up roadblocks along Owerri Road and extorting money for the same thing you're complaining about. There is checkpoint everywhere. Everywhere there is army. Look at how you're behaving like wild beasts. These idiots. I'm asking this fool called Awasa and Damboski. You work for the Nigeria police. You work for the zoo police. You work for Anambra State government. And you're on the road extorting money from people. If you don't get out of there in the next 10 minutes, you people are dead. 10 minutes only. And you're dead. We are talking about a revolution to bring a better life to our people. And you're busy robbing them. Maybe that's what Wazirike taught you. To rob people and go and build hotels. You think that nonsense will suffice in Biafra? You are mad, you're insane. I said, destroy federal government properties. That's what I said. If the police fire at you, you kill them. That's what I said. I said, get me Hope Uzodimma. Go and get Ibazu. Go and get Okorocha. Aborawusa, for that matter. I forgot the idiot. Get him. And getting the award. That's what I said. And you're busy robbing your own people. That is the thing about we blacks. I don't know who put this wickedness in us. You see somebody who is suffering. Let me explain it to you so you understand. You have a woman, a mother crying of rape from Fulani. They are raping me, they are killing me. I am about to die. Fulani, Miyetiala, on filthy, uncircumcised bastards descending on your mother. And when you got to that place, instead of you to chase them away and rescue your mother, cover her and take her to a hospital for treatment, once the people ran away, you yourself decided to rape your own mother. That is what you're doing on Upper Iweka. Robbing your own people you're suffering with. And you're robbing them. People that you are suffering with, People that you are crying with every day, you are the one. What is wrong with you, black people? Why are you so evil? We are protesting. We are in the mood of a revolution. You must understand that. Get them off the streets. Prince Ezonwoka Jenny, the Igwe of Oba, these people called, is it Damboski, Awosa, get off the streets of Onitsha in 10 minutes only. If you want to protest, you protest. If you want to steal, you go somewhere else. This nonsense going on will compel us to bring out a security network or outfit that will protect our land. It's not going to stop us from protesting. It will not stop us from burning down police stations. It will not stop us from destroying people who are destroying our lives. But you see, ordinary Biafrans, innocent Biafrans, nothing shall befall them. That is what we are going to do. That is an announcement. If you are in Ohozara and you're listening, if you are in Ohozara and you're listening, let it not be that some of you who are outside robbing people, we are those we freed from prison. Or else what you're doing will make it impossible for us to go and free other prisoners. That's what you're doing. You're breaking into banks, robbing people, disturbing the peace. What for? We love ourselves. You must understand that very clearly. Anytime we come out, IPOB hasn't come out yet. When we come out to protest, all this nonsense won't be happening. We ask for Nigerian youths and you're behaving like those of them, those wild dogs in Abuja, calling themselves politicians. That's what you're doing. They have so much bastardized and abused you. Now the only thing you know is to abuse and bastardize other people. Such nonsense must come to an end now. I commend our volunteers in Aba for making sure that no banks, no private businesses are touched. You don't do that. In a revolution, you don't. Take your looting and your idiocy somewhere else. You don't do that. The criminals, their investments will go down. We hunt them. That's how it's done. Not on the road collecting money from people. That is unacceptable, please. Absolutely unacceptable. We're not going to accept it. Not at all. As I was saying before this very critical information came in, if you compare the address of Afenifere to that of Ohaneze, you'll then be able to know and see who the real traitors are. Those of them who are serving the Fulani Janjaweed. It's in Yawod, a slave. Fulani, I'm even sure he was part of the meeting where they planned. Oh, how do we destroy them? How do we cause disunity? How can the people be there? And the East and the West are united. Do something. He went and said, I destroyed the Yoruba economic assets in Lagos. Nyamwood. Those he claimed that I destroyed their assets, they issued a statement. And the statement reads as follows. If you will bear with me for a second. So that we get it right. That the world may know that what we are here for is to liberate our peoples. If I can borrow that very word from the statement of Afenifere. To liberate our peoples. Afenifere said he can no longer divide also. Yoruba. Whereas an Igbo man is saying you can divide us. Igbos are disturbing, are wrecking properties in Lagos. An Igbo man. It's now Yoruba who is saying no, That is not the case. Don't bring in tribe into this. Afani Fere is now telling Ohaneze, don't bring the tribe into this. It has no tribal coloration. Can you believe that? I never thought that, the day will come when I'll be saying such, I'm telling you. But I am very, very happy that this is happening in our time. That this is happening in our time. And nobody, I repeat, absolutely nobody is going to divide us anymore. Despite everything that's happened and is now happening and will continue to happen until we get our freedom, the elders of Yoruba land, they understand that these young people out on the streets are fighting for something greater than a property. They know that. They know that properties can be replaced. But they also know that freedom is priceless. You cannot put a price on freedom. And that is what these young, brave, intelligent people are fighting for. And now you want to bring ethnicity into it. Ohaneze brought ethnicity into it. Ohaneze did. And that is why I am so enamored this afternoon to the words of Afani Fere to the effect that you have divided us in the past. Exactly what I said yesterday during my interview. That was the same trick they played between Zeke and Awo. The same trick, and it worked. Because people from the south then, they were not, they couldn't see the future. Today, everybody's eyes and ears are opened. It's now open, they can hear. Our ears are now open, we can hear and understand. Our brains are now working properly as a human brain should work, which is, if you are being enslaved and subjugated, remove yourself from there. But it's not the case. They call themselves intelligentsia. People that in Abuja, they are doing the equivalent of Ipon here. That's what they're doing in Abuja. Running errands for Janjaweed. How many Yoruba elders live in Abuja? How many of them? Go and do your research. So I'm not surprised that this type of statement came from them. And we are very, very happy about it. From today, Britain will be scratching their heads saying, what else are we going to try? No, they've actually started with religion being propagated by the pig. Muslim Biafrans or Muslim Ipob. Some rubbish like that. Some nonsense. Idiot. He is the one they are going to use. So Nyamodo has failed in his bid to introduce ethnicity and tribe into this very difficult and arduous revolution that our brave young people are carrying out. He has failed. He was very subtle. That was why he put it at the bottom of his statement, Ohaneze. You see, when I was telling you they were working for Fulani, did you believe me? You didn't. Now it's clear. Unbelievable. And I am highly disappointed with those who also attacked people's private businesses in Enugu. Very, very disappointed. Very, very disappointed. I'm telling you the truth. You don't know, if you do that, you give hardened criminals the impetus to start robbing people. And when this revolution collapses tomorrow, you'll be crying, Nigeria is bad. I have been stuck in traffic for 4 hours. But when you had an opportunity to make things right, you started looking for a bank to break into. Black people. You are not disciplined. You don't know what discipline is. That is why anybody who controls any budget, they think they're entitled to it. And they spend your money and they damn the consequences. They say to hell with you. And you're behaving exactly like those you want to replace. It's impossible. Absolutely impossible. And that is why we need to change. As we are seeking for change in the wider society, we also need to look at ourselves and change. When you're going for the protest, don't smoke ganja, because you will not be in control of all your faculties. If you see danger, it becomes attractive. If you see an idiot wielding AK-47 in uniform, you start jumping up and down, raising your hand, goading them to shoot you. When you're going for a protest, please do not drink. Do not drink. You need all your senses functioning so you can identify danger and think properly. Now, let me ask you this question. Why is it that all the elite armies of the world, they don't allow drugs into the army? The only thing they allow is cigarette. Why? Have you asked yourself that question? You don't know that if you are on the streets, you are a soldier fighting for the future generation to come. You don't smoke ganja before you go out to protest. You don't drink. No, you need all your senses intact. It is not a time to steal. Because if you go out and claim you want to end Sars, that Sars was corrupt, they brought out POS, they were taking money from us, and you're going out to try to replace something as corrupt as Sars, or campaigning for it to be replaced, and you're busy robbing people. What does that make you? What does that make you? Now, let me tell you the truth. I am not a rich man. Despite the fact that IPOB is able to fund every program they have, regardless of how costly it is. We pay our consultants in Washington $85,000 every month. It is at the Department of Justice in America. It's not hidden. It's an open document. Go to DOJ in Washington, Department of Justice, and you will see the contract between IPOB and consultants on Capitol Hill. $85,000 a month. That's what we pay. I don't have access to it. I could have said to IPOB, DOS, please, let's try something else. And I divert. Imagine if Nnamdi Kanu was getting $85,000 every blessed month. I would be building one hotel every month. But you know one funny thing? That money is not mine. It doesn't belong to me. People contributed that money to execute a project. That money has to go into that project. Now, if you are a freedom fighter or a public servant and you claim you love your people, now ask yourself this question. Somebody gave you money to do something for them, and you executed that very project successfully. And you know that that very project has a conditionality. If you succeed in doing this very work and doing it very well, anything you want, I will give to you. Are you telling me that Biafra comes tomorrow? If I want Bentley, I will not get it? If Biafra comes tomorrow and I say to Biafran people, I want you to build me a 5-star hotel, I want to live in the penthouse, wouldn't they build it for me? Anything you want, you can get. But there is something you get that money cannot buy. It's called immortality. Not in the sense of the Almighty God in heaven, but in the sense that though the flesh may be dead, you will be remembered forever and ever. The same way today we celebrate Nelson Mandela. The same way today I saw somebody write about Delegiwa the other day. Some of you don't know who he is, but we know. And to me, he will be a hero forever and ever. And when Biafra comes, we are going to honor him because he is a man of truth. The same thing we are doing today was what he did. Was exactly what Delegiwa did. You know what they did to him? They ganged up against him. He was having breakfast, ordinary bread, toast, and tea in his house. Babangida sent him a letter. Babangida, Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida sent him a letter. He opened the letter. The bomb exploded and his intestines came out. Delegiwa. Now ask yourself, what was the crime that this man committed? You'll be asking. Delegiwa's crime was that he was a man of truth, was telling Nigeria the hard truth that most politicians found very, very hard to swallow, especially when Babangida took over. Are you listening to me? But today, Babangida is an elder statesman, a pillar of society, but he's a murderer. Babangida is a cold-hearted murderer. When there are areas I give him credit for the work he did with the economy, I'm not going to, I have no issues with that. That was that was one of the periods that they tried to do something. Industrialize. At least he tried on that aspect. But he killed Delegiwa. Delegiwa's crime was that he spoke the truth. The same way that they came to kill me, and the only crime I committed is that I tell them the truth. I have not killed anybody. It's only now that we are going to kill people. They killed us, and we left them. They came and they killed us again. We were playing peace. We are peaceful. They kept killing us. Oh. The more peaceful we are, the more brutal they became. Now we are hunting them down. And now that we are hunting them down, the army are no longer shooting at people in our land. Of course, in some people where people are stupidly going to break into banks. Fools. They are on the run. That is why we must remain resolute. We must remain determined. And we are not going to allow anybody to divide us. The South must be one. One, because that is the only way we can rescue our future. Not that we cannot go out and confront the zoo individually. But you have now seen the Global Alliance Against Freedom in Nigeria. I call it a global conspiracy against freedom in Nigeria. You saw how late they reacted. You saw what we had to do. I was live on air. Somebody said that others have spoken, that Trump has not spoken, or the administration have not actually responded to what was happening. If you go back to the clip, I said, after this broadcast, I will be having a meeting, and after that meeting, that something will happen. And that after that very meeting, something, of course, happened. And people wonder why we say these things all the time. We say them because we are living in a time and in a society where people prefer to be parochial and very negative rather than seeing the good that people are doing. You must understand this very well. If this is actually a nationwide revolution, if at all it is, then the revolution must take us to where we have to go to. And when we go to those places, we behave as revolutionaries do. These are the things that you ought to understand. These are the things that you need to know. But as I have said, as I have listed time and time again, I do not want people tampering with banks, with people's personal properties or robbing them, because there is no difference between you and SARS that you're seeking to replace. There is absolutely no difference. And we are not going to have that. We cannot have that. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. And there are some meetings taking place that will shock people in days to come. It is happening in Europe right now as I speak. And when I say to people that we are determined, we are not going back, they don't seem to understand it. They don't seem to understand what we are saying. I am telling Asorok, not Buhari because he's dead. I am telling the Janjaweed, we are determined. We are determined. This generation is determined. You are not going to stop us. I posted something on my page before I came because I was going through Facebook and I saw something that Carol Monday had posted and I felt it was great and it was an inspiration. I copied it and I posted it on my page as well. Those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable. There are those who are worried, who are calling me, hey, what's you're saying? I thought you said IPOB is peaceful. I said, yes, we are peaceful. We are peaceful and they killed us at Mpo. We are peaceful, and what is wrong with coming out on the street to celebrate the inauguration of President Trump? Nothing. Not asking of after Biafra, but coming out to celebrate the fact that a godly man had won and they killed us in Iguacha. And they came to my house and they killed us. Somebody I was with in the morning went to First Bank to go and collect money from ATM. He collected money from ATM and turned inside First Bank. A Fulani soldier shot him dead. They just killed him. Somebody I was with him. And why was he shot dead? Because Ohaneze and Igbo, Nyanwodo, and Igbo governors conspired together to kill us, to kill me in particular. They held a meeting and can you believe? They sat down in a meeting and they decided that I should die, that they're going to kill me. And you will ask them, what crime did he commit? The only crime that I committed, or that IPOB committed, is that we stand on the side of truth always, regardless of the circumstance. Somebody that I was with in my house in the morning went to the bank. The next thing I'm hearing is that he's been shot dead. Because we are peaceful. And then it occurred to me how foolish I have been all along. It occurred to me that Fulani doesn't understand it. If you say you're a peaceful person, they will keep killing you until you start building hotels like Owazurike. It's worship. Then we said, in this age and in this time, if you kill us, we kill you. I'm saying it live. Go and copy all those gossipers within Nyanwodo, those gossipers working for Tinubu. You people are now crying there is no more 2023 presidency. You are now crying. That alliance within Nyanwodo, cut out what I'm saying. Send it to governments of the world. If you kill anybody, we shall kill you. If as a governor you give the order that peaceful protesters should be shot at, we will hunt you down. That's why we are looking for Kezi Ikpeazu. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. And the funniest thing is, these cowards, after issuing this directive to kill protesters, they will come back and say, oh, a force greater than me issued the orders. But you are the chief security officer of the state. Why didn't you resign? Why did you not resign? You're still there collecting monthly allocation and security budget. Hiring your thugs once in a while. The thugs now out on the streets of Onitsha. They work for the government of Anambra State. Go and ask all of them. They came yesterday and was giving them 20,000 naira. They think I don't know. Of course we know. Because we know everything. Our intelligence network is second to none. They are doing it so they can blame IPOB. Somebody came from government house in Oka, came to Onitsha and was giving criminals 20,000 naira. They are the ones that snatch ballot boxes for them. But they joined youthful Nigerians. So because it's End SARS program now, isn't it? In Onitsha protesting for End SARS. Today, they're out on the streets robbing people. And we are getting calls left, right, and center saying, try and do something. But they are not IPOB. They are not. I've told you who they are. Damboski, or whatever it's called, in Okpoko. Awasa in Awada. The Igwe of Oba. And Rojeni. I have told them, take these idiots off the streets. Take them off. Because if you leave them there, they'll be hell to pay. We are in a revolution. We are not here to intimidate our people who have been suffering. We are not here to harass people who have been suffering and are in pain. We are not here to rob banks. People are injured. When they send money from abroad, how are we going to get it to you if you're injured? Let's say you're going to vandalize a bank and you get injured. And only that bank can process a transaction for us to get money to pay the hospital to treat you. How then are you going to survive? Do you see that you cannot cut off your nose to spite your face? You cannot be behaving like Nigerian politicians and then you're telling me you're a revolutionary, you're fighting to end SARS, whereas you're behaving like a SARS officer or SARS recruit. You're behaving like SARS and telling me you want to end SARS. Does that make sense to you? Now you see why people are suffering. You must all go back to the ideals of this revolution. We are no longer protesting, we are in a revolution. And I have read out time and time again the cardinal rules, which I also put on my page, for some of you to listen and be able to understand. I don't know if my attention is being drawn to anything. It is important that we read it out. Very, very important. Okezie Ikpeazu is trying to escape through the Cameroon borders. He wants to go through Asaga and go through the waterways and into Cameroon. But we'll find him. We will find him. We will tell our people in Ambazonia to look for one bloated demon trying to cross the borders. We shall find him. We shall find him. We shall find him. He wants to return to Asaga or Hafia. All of you in Asaga or Hafia, please look out for Kezi Ikpeazu and apprehend him. Find him, catch him, apprehend him. Or better for him is to submit himself to the nearest group of people that he can find. Kezi Ikpeazu must be caught. He must be apprehended. We have to catch him. It is very, very important. Absolutely vital. Absolutely vital. I made it very clear that when you are in a revolutionary mode, you do not attack banks. Because Nkiruka, what you're pursuing is greater than whatever nonsense you can find in the bank. No attack on banks, I want them. No attack on private homes and businesses. I want them. No ethnic bigotry. Nigerian youths are united. I warned everybody about this because they will try to divide you. That is what Fulani does best. But they are foolish. They are dealing with IPOB. As I told those fighting for Tinubu, I told them, you are dealing with IPOB. We are not a governor in the West. No, we are not. We are a global monster. You are dealing with a monster that will consume you. So you've been listening to what they've been saying. Oh, they are miscreants, they are nothing. You have tried us now, you have seen. You cannot win. All those your fake propaganda wars, you cannot win. We are IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra, the largest movement on the earth. You can do nothing to us. Nothing. You can gossip all you like. You can't do nothing. All you can do is you wake up in the morning, you get credit from the drunkard, the jaundiced drunkard in Asorok. You can see that her liver is going. I told you before that her liver is going. Look at her eyes. On and one, she's dying. Now that SARS has, if I thought they've abolished it, let me see where she's going to get a new liver from. Let me see where she'll get a new liver from. You get your little credit from these idiots or from Tinubu support organization. And then you're all over the place, writing and talking rubbish. You are dealing with IPOB for your information. When it comes to media war, you can't win. Never. You can never win. CNN did not talk about us. No major news outlet in the world. But that did not stop us from getting to the UN. It didn't stop us from getting to the EU. It didn't stop us from getting to those that matter on Capitol Hill. That tells you who we are, so that you may understand. You can attack us, you can push people away. If they kick you out of Facebook, download IPOB Community Radio. We are on FM. And I want to hear that before the end of this program, those idiots in Onitsha that have gone home. Because if they remain doing that, and I bring out men on Monday, there will be no mercy. I'm telling you the truth. Before God and man, there will be no mercy. So they might as well understand. You only attack the police and the army when they fire at you in retaliation. It's called self-defense. You do not attack your fellow citizens. Stop robbing people in Onitsha and in Ohozara. We are in a revolutionary mode. We are not asking you to become a thief or a criminal. Those of you in Ohozara must stop what you're doing as well immediately. Is an order. You must stop it. Arrest every corrupt politician and traitor regardless of tribe or ethnicity. It is called a revolution. It doesn't matter where you come from. Once you're a criminal, it will get hold of you and you're gone. So all this stupid tribal card you're playing, so all these criminals, you can say, only an Igbo man can arrest me. I'm an Igbo corrupt politician. Only Igbo youths can arrest me. No. But you are a Nigerian politician, aren't you? So any Nigerian anywhere can arrest you. Effect citizens arrest. That's what it is. They didn't stop us before. Is it Facebook that can stop us? Rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Demand to see Buhari, and they gave you I think it was Apostle Suleiman that because we have won. We have won and will continue to win. We have won and will continue to win. We'll continue to win. As I was saying before, we were rudely interrupted by modern technology, I should say. The zoo is finished, completely finished, and anybody doing anything to prolong its miserable existence is making the worst mistake of their life. Those of you who have been trying so hard to convert this very revolution into a crime spree, you are doing yourself a disfavor. You are not doing yourself any good at all. We were rudely interrupted very briefly, but I presume and believe that all our systems are back on again. I believe that all our systems are back on again, please. All our systems are back on again, and I want it to be restored. Everything is back on, of course. I can see it here from our monitors that we are back on again, please, that we are back on again. The announcements we wanted to make today, I believe that we have made them. We are not going to stop. We are not going to stop. I will try and say, if I can take 1 or 2 calls now. 1 or 2 calls, please. I will give a number for people to call, and I want you to call that very number to tell us what is happening where you are. Tell us what is happening where you are. It is very, very pivotal, very, very vital, extremely important that you tell us exactly what is happening where you are. Very, very important, please. I believe that we are back on all our systems, please. We are back on all our systems. Let us try. Can you give us an update from Lagos? I believe that's where you're calling from. What is happening where you are?
Yes, my leader. Good afternoon from here. My name is Pastor Jack. I'm calling from Lagos.
Yes, go ahead.
So far, so good. The protest is still ongoing.
It's ongoing.
All the way from Alaba. Sonny, yes. Sonny, the protest is still ongoing. Although they just unleashed their Janjaweed army and Mopo to gather and cover everywhere, but the people are still on the street. That is a one thing to be noted. And the
Oriental who?
So,
Oriental what?
The Oriental Hotel that is being owned by Tinubu the other day, the protesters, the Nigerian youth, were vandalizing it. So later that night, the Commissioner of Police had to send some sizable number of police and a combined team. So they have been there, but everybody, both the Chinese, everybody, all the occupants of the hotel, everybody flee from that hotel because they started already vandalizing it. But the protests, the sizable number of the people are still on the streets protesting. So no movement so far. No market is open in Lagos. Nobody is going anywhere. Everywhere is still shut down in Lagos so far. That is the update.
Of course, because the announcement was made. Shut all the markets down. Come out on the streets and gain a better future for yourself and your children. Not sitting down somewhere complaining. Has NEPA brought light? When are they bringing light? Can I charge my phone with your gen? All that rubbish will come to an end in 2 weeks' time. We must remain strong and resolute. The caller on the line, where are you calling from?
Well, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Where are you calling from?
Well, my name is Oge Friday Idiri from Abakaliki province of Biafra land.
Where are you now? Where are you calling from?
Calling from Abakaliki province.
What is happening in Abakaliki? I hope there is no criminality going on. I don't want any criminality. I want protest. 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 not criminality. Protest, not criminality. What is happening there now? Please tell us.
The people, the youth are out in the street protesting, but honestly, the governor of the state is trying his best to disrupt the peaceful protests by bringing out his thugs and also the neighborhood watch to disrupt the peaceful movement which has been going on across the state. And even this moment as we speak, at 135, the people who are protesting are currently being challenged by the police and also the neighborhood watch, which they are not even just trying to stop them, but they are shooting at the protesters and also using machete on them. So the road which leads to
who is the vigilante, who is the neighborhood watch person in Ebonyi State? What's his name?
His name is Chopper. That is his name.
Chopper.
Yes, sir.
Then find him. People should find him. Find this Chopper.
Sorry.
Yes, we set an example with him. And when the protest is over now, these criminals that work for politicians, they'll be out on the road robbing people. They'll start calling IPOB, saying do something. Exactly what is happening in Anambra. The protest must be peaceful, but anybody who sides, any group that sides with Nigeria police and army to attack our people, they are finished. They are finished. We are in a revolution. People will misbehave. It is normal. After all, you have seen the video of people that went to church singing and praising God. One woman went there in the offering box and took money and stuffed in her white garment in a church in a house of God. Then the same thing is bound to happen out on the street when everybody is there. Some of these governors must understand. Some people may go off the rails. It's a revolution. That is how it is. But this neighborhood watch in Ebonyi, may God have mercy on your soul. May God, I'm telling you the truth. May God, listen. This number, we drove away Mietiala from Ebonyi State after many years. Ask Mietiala who we are in Ebonyi State. Ask them. Fulani is messing up in Obibo. They are messing up in Obibo. Wike is there, I'm warning him. Fulani is messing up in Obibo. And we are going to meet them. The same thing that happened in Ebonyi will happen in Obibo. So they will know how serious we are. I feel sorry for this vigilante. If your husband is there, your brother is there, just go and buy their coffin. Because you fire at people who are protesting. You join Nigerian army and police to fire at people. Umahi is asking for trouble. And trouble he will get. If you are a Democrat, allow me to explain to you how Democrats behave. How people who are in office as a result of popular mandate, how they behave. There were violent protests following the death of Floyd George. There were violent protests. Didn't you see it all over the place? Did you not see it in America? The only people who were shot were those found vandalizing and looting. We want people to protest, not to commit crime. And I'm also telling those of them in Abakaliki right now, gather yourselves together, stay in one place and protest. Protest. Don't vandalize people's properties, please. Don't engage yourself in any act of criminality. We will not condone that. Even God in heaven will not accept it. The caller on the line, no. Has it jammed or what? I don't understand. What's going on? The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you. Your name and where you are. Your name and where you are.
Hello, Mazi. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. I can hear you very well. Good afternoon to you. Your name and where you are.
Okay, this is Chima Ohia. I'm calling all the way from United Kingdom, Scotland, Aberdeen.
Thank you very much. What do you have to say?
Yes, sir. So what I have to say is to let you know that we'll be doing a supportive protest tomorrow here in Aberdeen, live here in Aberdeen tomorrow. Every concerned Nigeria, every Biafran is going to come out in Aberdeen tomorrow, hopefully, by God's grace, by 1 p.m. to be precise.
1 p.m. tomorrow in Aberdeen. That's a very good thing to do.
Yes, sir.
And you people must also understand that before, do you know that the United Kingdom government under Margaret Thatcher labeled the ANC a terrorist organization? Are you aware of that?
No, sir. I'm just sharing that now, sir.
Is the truth.
Okay,
do you
sir.
know that ANC was on US government watch list as a terrorist organization until just a few years ago? Are you aware of that?
I'm just sharing that, sir. But you've said that before. You've made that point before. Yeah, you're right, sir.
And did it stop ANC from getting freedom for South Africans?
Not at all, sir. They were still moving forward. They were still pushing forward.
Do you know why they were moving forward?
No, sir.
Determination and focus.
Yes, sir.
Do you know the South African embassy in Trafalgar Square? Have you been there before?
No, sir.
I have been.
No, sir.
South African embassy is just I wouldn't say opposite, adjacent to the zoo High Commission in London. Is on Trafalgar Square itself, beside St. Martin's Church in the Fields, St. Martin's in the Fields Church, in and around Trafalgar Square. Do you know the people that brought down apartheid? Do you think it's South Africans, blacks? Is that what you think?
Sir, I was thinking that before, but sir, could you just give me some history about that, please, sir?
The South Africans, ANC, the armed wing of ANC called Umkhonto Wasizwe, we are fighting the white supremacist apartheid government. Nelson Mandela did not fight apartheid in a peaceful way. He didn't.
Yes, sir.
Because Nelson Mandela followed the mantra or the words of Kennedy. Those of them that make peaceful revolution impossible, make violent revolution inevitable. Nelson Mandela fought with arms. They called them terrorists, but they won. Do you know how they managed to win the hearts of the people all over the world? Because people were picketing. People were campaigning in front of South Africa House in London
Yes, sir.
for 40 years.
Yes, sir.
Are you listening to me? For nearly 40
Yes, I'm
years.
listening to you, sir.
People will picket that place every day, every day, every day, every day for over 40 years until apartheid came down.
Yes, sir.
The only ingredient we need now, we have defeated them on tribalism in the zoo.
Yes, sir.
We are now waiting for religion to come. Once we defeat them, we click into the next gear, which is resilience. Resilience. And those who are at home, stop vandalizing, stop looting. So that when they fire at us, we can now be angry enough to go and destroy them as well. But when you leave what we are asking for and start doing something else, then you're inviting trouble. Frankly speaking. Aberdeen, when is it? 1 p.m. when?
1 p.m. tomorrow, sir. On Saturday tomorrow.
Saturday tomorrow, 1 p.m. I know that some of you have bills to pay. Some of you are health workers. Some of you are in very sensitive positions, which means that you cannot just, get up and attend the protest. But let me say this to those of you who are in Scotland. Due to gather tomorrow in Aberdeen, you must come out again. And this time around, make it a weekday, please. Very, very important. Weekdays are also key. Very, very important.
Okay,
thank you very much.
Right,
thank you very, very much.
Sir, I want to also let you know that, like in Igbo land, your Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because I'm from Isama for Ibeku, from the family of Adomo.
You don't mean it.
And my grandmother happens to be one of the chiefs in your father's cabinet.
Are you serious?
So, but my dad is from Olokoro. I'm an Olokoro man.
Wonderful.
But, my mom is from Isiama for
amazing.
Yes,
wonderful.
Yes,
Mama. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you. And bless you. Bless you. Bless you. They are gathering in Aberdeen. If you know anybody who is in Scotland, if you know any Nigerian in Scotland, please. Who is saying this? Of course, they're not graduated, of course. Who are these people? Nnewi is burning. When is Nnewi? When did Nnewi burn? This is an old news, please. Don't send me old news. I don't want to hear or receive old news, please. Very, very important. Those of you Nigerians in Scotland, you are meeting tomorrow in Aberdeen, 1 p.m. Hey, I didn't ask him the venue. I did not. Maybe it will be the square in Aberdeen. Of course, you will see people going there and then you join them. And then please join them. I came on air now to know what is happening in Kanu. They said they're going to kill our people today in Kanu. So I want to know what is going on in Kanu State. I want to know what is happening in Sabongeri. To know what is happening to our people there. To know what is happening to our people. I have a caller on the line. Can you hear me?
Hello, Mazi. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you. Your name, not your name. Please tell us where you're calling from, and you tell us what you want to tell us. Please go ahead.
I'm calling from Lagos, from Ikoto precisely. I want to let you know, as in what I experienced in that area of Ikoto.
Yes, go ahead.
In that Ikoto, yesterday, this thing I heard that is happening at Onitsha, as in people vandalizing people's shop. It happened at Ikoto yesterday. So this morning, many people were out there to do some kind of protest, but due to that thing that happened yesterday, the Janjaweed now take the advantage with 2 helios. They were patrolling all over the place with silence. Wow, putting fears in people. So that is what I saw on my way this morning. So people have to stay clear from that side.
You mean that people should not protest?
As in all those soldiers now, all those Janjaweed, they put fear in people this morning.
And how many of them did you count? How many of them?
Just two helios, as in like 12.
12 of them. And how many people live in and around that Ikotu area? How many people live there?
There are many people there, but you know.
Give me an idea as to the number of people that live there. Just tell me.
As in people I see in that, because that place is like market, but it's along the road.
How many people? Give me an estimate. How many people do you think live?
There are like 1,000. There are like 1,000 people.
And only 12 people are holding 1,000 people hostage. And these 1,000 people, they say they want freedom. I don't think they're serious. When they're serious, they'll come outside and protest. If you do not protest, the government will not move. Don't you understand it? The protest must continue, but it must be peaceful. No vandalism, no destruction of properties. Only those belonging to politicians. If we come out on the streets to protest and they say no by shooting at us, we will then target their investments until they make the much needed change that the people are asking for. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. If they want us to escalate, we escalate. I want to know what is happening in Kanu, but let us take this call first of all. I have a caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you from here. Give us your name and where you're calling from, if you may.
My name is Uche Mazi. I'm calling you from Dublin, Republic of Ireland. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. When are you people coming out?
Mazi, did you not see us?
No, I have not heard.
Out two days. Oh, we were out 2 days ago. It was mad, Mazi. We had a very huge turnout. But unfortunately, the ambassador who is from Umahia, where you come from, I don't know her name. We were there from 9 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock in the night. She refused to come out to address us. She had to call the guards, the police. The guards rounded the place. There were more than 50 guards on ground. They blocked the whole place. We couldn't leave, we couldn't come in, but it was a big success. We stayed there till 9 o'clock in the evening. In fact, at some stage, we divided ourselves into two. Some other group marched into the city center to the GPO, that's the General Post Office. From there to the UN office, and from there to British Embassy. So it was a huge turnout. I think it was a day after on Wednesday. It was on Wednesday. I didn't believe that we had such people in Ireland. The youths were very upset. They were asking questions. We came out. In fact, we carved a coffin there in front of the embassy there. And the Irish people themselves, they joined us. It was a huge success. I didn't know you didn't see the video.
No, I didn't see Ireland. I didn't see it. And people must make these things to trend.
Huge. All the local news carried us, starting from RTE to Sky News to channels to the small news outreaches in Ireland. They carried us, and the police, the ambassador brought in police upon police. There were more than 50 of them with their vans. But they said to us, listen, we understand your grievances. We've seen everything on the news. We are here to protect you guys, but as well, that it was the embassy that called them. And we said to them, listen, we want the ambassador to come out and address us. And she refused to come out. We stayed there till 9 o'clock. I believe they were all stuck in the embassy there, and they refused to come out. We made a huge success. The Irish people were out. They supported us. They told us they saw what was going on, and they are 100% in support of what we are doing. And unfortunately, Mazi, we are on total lockdown here, level 5. So we're not allowed to go out to protest. Because when we were leaving on Wednesday, we told the guys that we're coming back the next day, and they said that we're not allowed.
Okay.
They said we're not allowed to come back, but that we can come in 15. So this morning, I think about 15 people went back again to the embassy. But on Wednesday, 2 days ago, it was huge, Mazi. It was really huge. I told you, the guards, even the armed police, they came out with dogs. I don't know what the embassy told them. I don't know what they said to them that made them to come out in a mass. But they still said to us, listen, we are here to protect you guys. We're here to look after you guys. We're here to make sure that peace and order is maintained. At the same time, we understand your grievances and you're allowed to express yourself in any way you want to express yourself. So we said we are writing a letter to the ambassador. She needs to leave. She needs to go back to Nigeria.
Exactly.
She cannot come from Nigeria to Ireland and behave the same way people in Nigeria behave.
Yes.
We are writing a petition against her, and we will be asking them to take her back to Nigeria, because that's where she belongs. And on that day, I spoke and I gave a serious warning, and I said to all our politicians that they shouldn't even dare come into Ireland, because we'll be looking for them. We will look for them, and we will get them, and we will take them back to Nigeria. And we gave a stern warning as well to their children that wherever they are, they should go back to Nigeria and help their fathers and mothers to fix Nigeria for us. Otherwise, this island will not contain us and them.
I like that.
We are doing very well. And our youths here, I don't believe, Mazi, our youth here, they are waxing high. They are on Twitter, they are on Facebook, they are on Instagram, Snapchat, they are everywhere. They are, check it on Twitter, Island and Sars Island. So we are doing very good here, Mazi.
That is wonderful. You've lifted my spirits this afternoon. Thank you very much for that very brilliant update. Thank you very, very much. Everybody must do something. You want Nigeria to change? Now is listen, power doesn't concede. You need to force Fulani to make the changes that you want. You need to force them. They will never make it. You need to force them. Please, you need to force them. Everybody must do something. And they said Philippines are coming out on Monday. Those in Philippines, they will be coming out on Monday. Very, very important, please. Philippines on Monday. I think there's another protest also in London. I don't know the date. I don't know if it's Monday as well. Another protest in London on Monday. Philippines they are going to come out in Philippines, and try and join them if you're there. I have a caller on the line. This caller, can you hear me?
Hello, Mazi.
Yes, please. Give us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Chinyere Obasi. I'm calling from New Jersey, United States.
From New Jersey. What are you people doing in New Jersey to support? What are you doing in New Jersey to support? New Jersey is close to New York. So why can't New Jersey and New York combine together and come out so that the Americans will know what is going on?
Yeah, Mazi, I just joined them, and each time they go into New York, I follow them. The last one was in June. But right now, I'm injured. I'm going for a surgery, but I'm still talking to people. I'm still supporting. Mazi, I want to tell you this. Even if we cannot go out to protest, like somebody like me now, our prayers is following you. No matter what they say to distract you, they will never succeed.
You say?
Tell our people, my brothers and sisters, everybody should stay focused. Mostly those ones in Nigeria. They come up now with is IPOB that masterminds everything. They're just looking for a way to get the Yorubas again. Yorubas, they've known themselves. Now everybody has noticed what is going on in Nigeria. We are not Nigerians. You don't want us, allow us to go. You don't want us to go. We must go, Mazi.
Yes, we are going.
As you are talking, our prayers is following you.
Thank you.
No evil shall befall on you.
Say?
Any weapon fashioned against you shall never prosper.
You
will go back to them. Like as it has started falling on them now. Why are they running? Since they are God themselves, why are they running? All of them are on the run. Mazi, you that can talk to everybody, you that can talk to those that I cannot reach, tell them everybody should be focused. But if they don't destroy us, they shouldn't destroy, so that they won't hold on to that.
Yes.
We should continue what we are doing. If they kill one, 10 must follow one. That's what we are believing.
Exactly.
Everybody has seen that. You've been guiding us not to carry any weapon. We are only holding our Biafran flag. We are holding our Biafran flag. The whole world has seen it. Everybody has seen that. If they kill one, 10 to go.
Yes.
Just talk to them. They shouldn't attack them first. They shouldn't attack them first. I even enter into argument with somebody that came to check on me. I said, no. He said, why Nnamdi Kanu run away? I said, Nnamdi Kanu did not run away. And don't ever say that again. Even what she brought to me, I told her to take it away. I don't need it. If you're here to talk about Nnamdi Kanu, let me tell you, they have a court case with him, right? In few days, they deploy people to go and kill him. If they kill him today, Biafra will end today. So he did the wisest thing on earth.
Is the person a Christian? Is the person that came to see you, this person, is it a Christian or Muslim or what?
No, they're the saboteurs in Biafra land. the saboteurs. The moment she opened it, Nnamdi Kanu, why did he run away? Sowore is in Nigeria. I said, well, Sowore is in Nigeria because he zipped his mouth. Sowore is in Nigeria. He can never say anything now. They will make away with him. They will make away. I said, Nnamdi Kanu did not run away. They have a court case with him. They went behind, deployed people to go and kill him. Anyway, they killed thousands of people in his house. He was there, but the bullet did not touch him. That one alone should tell them that that is a spirit. Nnamdi Kanu is a spirit. It's not like me and you. There were many in the prison, but God singled him out for them to bail him out. The rest of them are still there. Some of them are still there. Can't you see that it's God speaking, God's chosen one? I put the things away. I said, if you're coming here to see me, you come in. If you're coming here to talk about Nnamdi Kanu, go away. I've not seen him before, but in spirit I've seen him and I've felt him. He did not talk to me. Nobody told me to join this. Me alone and God that is leading me. I went out one day, I called one brother, I said, please, where can I see these IPOB people? The man gave me the number. That was how I joined. It's a spirit. Nnamdi Kanu is not bribing anybody. Nnamdi Kanu cannot bribe me to ask for my freedom. No.
You have spoken so well. I am humbled.
Talk to my brothers, my sisters back home.
Yes.
Everybody should be focused. Whatever they're saying now, they shouldn't listen to them. They're coming again. That's another style. They bring it to distract us. They can never succeed, and they have never succeeded.
You say? Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for that. Idiot. That's the zoo for you. You know, gossipers and evil people, they never say anything important. I'm sure that the person that went to see her in the hospital is a Christian. Because he said he's Igbo. He's a Christian. So, where was Jesus when he was born? Jesus, the Lord and Savior, I'm asking you, where was Jesus when Herod wanted to kill Jesus? So why didn't Mary sit down and holding Jesus and saying, this is the Son of God, you cannot do anything, I rebuke you? Why did Mary and Joseph take Jesus Christ to Egypt? Can't God protect Jesus in Judea? It's a simple question now. You know, black. What they think? That's what this revolution is changing the way we reason. This OG black. Let me ask you. There was a Janjaweed that was sent me a message on WhatsApp yesterday, talking rubbish as usual as they do. I said, you ran away. You're a coward. And I said, yes. Exactly like Prophet Muhammad and Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He said, ha, you're funny. I said, no, come, let's debate. So Tinubu traveled away or swam away. He didn't run. Somebody who ran away, according to some idiots, chased a criminal away from the zoo. And I asked them, when they came to kill Prophet Muhammad in Mecca, where did he go to? He went to Medina. And you're a Muslim and you claim you read the Quran. You're a Christian, you claim you read the Bible, but you learn, you see, blacks are you learn nothing from it. Some people like, Igbo people and or Biafrans and Jews are related, Israel. They behave exactly the same way. They know how to gossip and backbite. Hey! Unequal jealousy. Why was Joseph sold? Jealousy because the father loved him. He didn't do anything wrong. And they went to Egypt and they multiplied and Moses came. Moses helped a fellow Israelite to kill an Egyptian that was tormenting him. The next time he said, Or they said, do you want to kill me as you killed that Egyptian? Where did Moses go to? Moses fled. It was when Moses left that God came to him in a burning bush and said, I am that I am. In Africa that didn't go to school. You read your Bible. In Asoku, Nnamdi Kanu run away. He ran away. Somebody who ran away. And yet you accuse me of masterminding this brilliant work that our young people are doing. He ran away. And the Okezipas is on the run. He ran away and Hope Uzodinma ran to what's it called again? Near Omuagwa. Is it Obinze? Military barracks. If somebody can do that thing from where they ran to, imagine what they can do when they are home. He ran away. When I was in your court and I called Buhari a madman, you did not see the video. You black monkey, you nincompoop. You didn't see it? When I went to Abakaliki and smashed 8 cordons in one day of army and police, you did not see it. Why didn't the army wait to confront me when I am out with my men on a rally? No, they came to my house when I was having a nap, when there was nobody. Cowards. Fools everywhere in this UG. These black people. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Hello? Hello?
Yes, please, your name and where you are.
Yeah, I'm from Lagos. My name is Udo.
Udo, which part of Lagos are you in?
Udo. I'm in Mushin, precisely Mushin.
Udo, where do you come from?
I'm from Akwa State, the part of Biafran land.
Are you part of the protest in Lagos?
Yes.
Now hold on 1 second. Nyawod, are you listening? It is not just Igbo people in Lagos. Udo is from Akwa Ibom. Are you Anang or Ibibio?
I'm from Ibibio. What is happening in Nigeria? What I want to use this opportunity and say one or two things.
Go ahead.
My people who are from Akwa Ibom State, who don't, some of them might not have idea of what is happening in Nigeria because they are not outside. But once you are outside the state of Akwa Ibom State, you will see the kind of treatment that these people are giving to our people. Whether you are from South or Southeast, they classified us as Igbo people.
No, say that again. Say that again, please. Repeat your last sentence.
The kind of treatment that they are giving to a typical Igbo man is the kind of treatment that they are giving to you, whether you are from South or once you are from Eastern Nigeria, you are known as an Igbo man. So I don't know why our people will not want to wake up and take this opportunity and liberate themselves.
You have spoken very well. What is happening where you are now, Udo? What is happening where you are?
Well, for now, there are a lot of, because of the intimidation caused by the Nigerian police and some kind of forces, many young people who were part of this protest are now like waiting to take the next line of action.
The next line of action in Lagos is this. I want to let you people understand how revolutions are conducted. If they say you cannot come out during the day, you come out during the night. I said it in the morning. How much does nail cost? Ntuli nail. Go and get nails, and if you block a road, then you put nails on the road. Scatter nails, little nails, scatter them on the road. You puncture their tires. All their Hilux vans will be grounded. Don't you understand? Oh, Chineke me. Anyway, when IPOB joins the revolution, then you will see how it is done. I can't understand that this is you can immobilize them. You see Osho the Apapa Expressway, you can make it unpassable for any zoo, army, or police van or vehicle. I'm telling you the truth. You can stop them. We have Iroko trees in our land. Cut down one near the road. It will fall on the road. They cannot pass. You hold them there, you kill them. And then we have a photo. We are indoors. They are outside. How many of them are outside? There are 12 of them. How many of you are in a cartoon? Over 2 million. And 12 idiots outside. They are stopping you from protesting. My goodness me. Let's take this call. The caller on the line, can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you. Please, your name and where you are.
Thank you, sir. It's Chimera calling you from South Africa, sir.
Please go ahead. We are listening.
Thank you, Onyendu. Onyendu, I just have 2 suggestions to make. Number 1, you mentioned about ANC protesting for 40 years.
Yes.
Now, during the COVID, that is during the lockdown here in South Africa, especially the part where we live, myself particularly, I'm not here to boast, sir. You can ask our national coordinators here. We know how much we take care of our Nigerian brothers here. Now, what I'm suggesting now, those people selling giza or selling, I'm not undermining anybody. The world should listen and listen very good. The North are using what they call alamajiris. Without no insult, sir, we have a lot of alamajiris praying for the country to be good. They left Nigeria for reason to better their life. But they entered abroad and become worse than they are in Nigeria because the condition is not favorable. During the lockdown, you can ask my coordinator here. We contributed the money to our meeting, paying people's bill. Myself, I pay people's rent. What I'm asking all over the world in Nigeria, so it doesn't matter where you are. You have been in abroad for 15, 20 years. You have not gone home. Ask yourself why. You have been in abroad for 15, 20 years. Ordinary rent you cannot pay. We are all suffering for it. I'm not excluding myself. We all have our problems. Now, if ANC are protesting for 40 years in the embassies, instead of you to sitting down work at 20 rand, 40 rand, only 60 euro after 20 years in a country, then why don't you now volunteer yourself? Contact us, we coordinator here, we can see big man all over the world, our Nigeria big men. Organize us our own janja weed, our own what they call it in the north, our own miscreant. They're staying abroad. Next sponsor them, feed them because they're not doing anything here. Because the aim of this thing is to get everybody better. Now 15, 20 years in abroad, you cannot afford it. Isn't this opportunity you can sacrifice something? Join the IPOB, no. Take oath, you don't want to take oath. You don't like Nnamdi Kanu. Now everybody is awake. Where are you still waiting for? You sitting abroad, when the APC, there is xenophobia here, APC come out, most people travel home, not because they are affected. It's an opportunity for them to go because everything is messed up, sir. I'm telling you the gospel truth. In the US, they have people like that. In China, they have people like that. South Africa will have many of them. Why don't these people wake up now? I'm talking to them. Let them organize them. Contact our national coordinator. I want you to give all the onions in this case now. Tell our big men, I know you're having meeting with them. Let them start sponsoring them. These people should go to embassy and see because they're not doing anything. Then these are the feds they'll be seeing every day. Because if everybody sits at home, it doesn't concern me. Those who are bringing money out cannot go and see. Those who are working can't go to embassy. But if we are in Anyoka, so for 20 years, in Anyoka, rent you cannot pay, then volunteer yourself, let's take care of your bill. Go to embassy and start singing Monday to Friday. Then we know you are doing something, we can be paying you for that. Then we know. Another thing I want to say, sir, when is our media going to join this revolution? When are they going to join? Because they have been lying for us for many years. They have not entered. Why would you tell us that Buhari is having a meeting with the former president? Which one are you talking? You that I recorded the video and given to. Those former president you are talking to, did they record the video and give to you? Those people that went to meet whoever you say is the Buhari now, Have they recorded the video during their presidency? Jonathan, let me tell you, Babangida.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Record the video and give to you.
That is true.
So now, yeah, if they have never recorded and give to you, and this one is recorded and give to you, and you could not use, why are the media joining us now? Because more than lie, the elite, those criminals are still having reason to lie more. But if the media join this revolution, don't do anything. Don't say Buhari say, whatever Buhari say, Buhari say. If Buhari did not say anything to you, don't say it to us. God bless you.
You have spoken very well. Thank you very, very much. That is true, you know. Throughout the presidency of all these people, did they do any recorded broadcast? I believe that the answer is no. You know how horrible NTA is, and we still listen and hear them. And this one is just record. It's not even there is nobody there. It's just Aisha's man. There's nobody. You know, you zoo people, they don't have any president. There is no president in the damnable zoological republic, a place of damnation, of damnation. We have come to the end of our program this afternoon, but I have an announcement to make. Brazil is coming out tomorrow. If you are listening from Brazil, tell other people they are coming out tomorrow. Berlin is also tomorrow. Philippines is on Monday. Everybody must do something. What have you done to support this revolution? What have you done? These are the questions you need to be asking yourselves. And we need to organize people in places, in small towns, in neighborhoods, to stop the advance of these murderers and killers. Only 12 people outside. From a window, you can block them off. From a window, you can prepare Molotov cocktail and ambush them. It's called guerrilla for a reason. Guerrilla warfare is there for a reason. Deploy it and use it. But above all, no vandalism and no stealing. But if you come across a corrupt politician, take them down and their investments. Thank you very much for listening this afternoon. We are reconvening this evening as always. From me, from here, good afternoon. Good morning, wonderful people, great Biafrans, wherever you are on the face of this very planet. We once again welcome you to a slightly unusual but an extraordinarily important broadcast this very morning or afternoon or evening, depending on where you are on the face of this very planet. We are live and we are direct, and the time now is 6 minutes past 9 a.m. in the land of Biafra. As I welcome you, I will encourage you to welcome those who are around you. This morning we shall endeavor to make it as interactive as possible, because I will be following your comments and your contributions via my Facebook page, where we are live at the moment. We are also live across all our FM stations in Biafra land. We are on Radio Biafra app.